guys, back for another cast on the druid. So last time I logged out in Undercity and I had some level 16-ish quests in the Barrens. So I went there by the Zeppelin and then I flew to Ratchet down here. And yeah, not much to say really. There's a lot of quests here really that I gotta get going. So this guy got a nice world buff. Guess there's no need to buff him when he don't even want to buff himself with select. But then he buffed me, so I'll buff him. So first quest of the day is Baron Longshore, and he got some stolen equipment as well. Well, he don't, but there's a couple of tents close by that got. So it's pretty early Saturday morning. Not probably not that many players online yet. So most likely this area down here has not been cleared. That's normally the case, you could say, when there's a lot of players online, because these quests are sort of, it's those kind of quests that sort of everyone does, you could say. So the guy we're looking for is this guy. And I think the plan is just to engage him and then, yeah, pretty much run off from the back. From the back, I mean running this way. Everything is, I know. Okay, so easy peasy, that was the first quest, was the head of that guy, Baron Longshore. And then down here is one of the items for this one, the stolen booty. Let's see if we can get it without aggro. I guess we can. I wouldn't say it's completely fixed here, maybe it can be there or there sometimes, but it's pretty close to this tent, this one item. What was it? Shipment of boots. And then up here in the first tent, the one I passed, I just wanted to get this NPC first because sometime he has I wouldn't say a long respawn, but semi-long respawn. Anyway, the other item I need is this box, which is pretty much in the middle of... Oh, he actually pretty much respawned instantly. So I think the plan here, I'll probably get some mana back first. The plan is to kill this guy and then root this guy. I think he's pure melee. And hopefully that'll give me enough time to snatch his telescopic lens here. There we go. Oh, there you go. So, I haven't seen him use a ranged weapon. See how long he can stay down there. There we go. Quest completed. I'm not gonna be greedy and take the chest, as I got a pissed off pirate captain hunting me. He's coming. He might aggro some of the other mobs. Yeah, he did. But I'm far away. And out of combat in a little bit. So, 2 quests done here. Well, there's a lot of... Oh, there's at least 3 other level 16 quests. And I think I'm just gonna do them. I could pick up some 18s that I wanna do as well. But things will just sort of get a little too much intermingled, you could say. The thing is, I'm, as you can see, level 21, and I need 10,000 experience, around a little more than 10,000 experience to. That's what I got if I want full reputation gains to complete all these 5 quests. So I'm definitely gonna just do those and not a sort of a level 18 while I'm say still in this area or something like that. But what I'm doing here at the same time is pretty much, or I will be doing, well, this is part of it as well. Quest, I think it's part of a chain for Wailing Caverns. So while I'm sort of doing regular quests here, I'm pretty much getting ready or sort of collecting all the quests for Wailing Caverns. This I can actually use. Yeah. So let's hand in. There might be follow-ups. I don't recall. Poor self-found warrior here. He can eat all. Yeah, he can eat up all the help he can get, I think. So it looks like both quests are handed in up here. Oh, there we go. Nope. Nice boots though for a warrior. Let's see, 372. I'll check that. And the head of the cap there. No follow-up. At least not from this NPC. So I got 3 more level 16 quests, and one is pretty close by. I'm just gonna run up there. I have to explore this oasis up here, and let's see what else we got. I gotta kill some harpies up there, and what was the final one? Ikayaki. Ikayaki is some lion I can make spawn up there, so it's quite spread out, I admit it. But that's just how it is. When these sort of level 16 quests are completed, I can start look out for sort of the next batch. There's a 17 there, but it's actually a dungeon quest. 18 here and a couple of 18s down here, of which some among the others, Trouble at the Docks, is a quest for the dungeon Wailing Cavern, which is located here under this sort of mountain there. I'll get there eventually, I guess. So you could say I'm further now than I've ever been, and I think I've showed before that I've sort of kept my professions for now, except herbalism. I pretty much can't cap it because I'm too low level for it. All other professions will cap out at 300. You can't get any higher, even as level 60. But Torin got this plus 15 herbalism skill, so I can actually get up to 315. But as you can see, they're all sort of capped at 225. I might have told you this before in another episode, I don't recall. But it was pretty much just to show you how much time I have actually invested in this guy. One day 15 hours, almost 16 hours, so that means one day is 24 hours, of course, so 40 hours so far. That's almost, maybe a little less, is what it costs. That death with David cost me, and that's life. I'm not moaning, I'm just sort of making a status about it. Good place here in this, if you wanna make some easy gold. Well, not easy because there's competition on the auction house, but it's fairly easy to get these school or deviate fish. So if you have a guy, you can see there's often 3-4 pools here. And So if you have a guy you've leveled in fishing that are somewhat above level 16, otherwise you get aggro all the time. But if you have that, then it's a good place to sort of just log in, log out here. And the more players are online in the Barrens, the more pools of fish I have a theory will spawn. I mean, rapidly. Alright, quest completed, pretty easy peasy. I'm just gonna go hand in that quest. And probably make Crossroads my home now that I'm there anyway. And in order to get this, I just typed, try again, slash and then played. And you'll get exact how much time you've used. So people that have maybe one or two characters and have played since vanilla in what's probably retail now, something that will probably have played a year or more, I can imagine. Where did my life go? Yeah. So, good, nice, easy fix point here with the smoke from the huge chimney. And after I hand in the quest and make Crossroads my home, I think I need to go up here, but I might, yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that first. After, when I have to go kill the harpies, I'll probably go over the mountain here. No, I think I'm actually gonna do that first. The thing is, I want to pick up these quests now for Wailing Caverns. That is the next dungeon that I would like to complete. Anyway, first quest here, the stacked in the oasis, I can hand it in here. And I get a new one. Actually a new level 16 quest. So the question is if I can make it. I got 7,000 experience left and there's a lot of sort of killing as well. With rested experience up to here, meaning I get double experience per kill actually. But first things first, let's make this my home. The reason why I changed from Ratchet here to Crossroads is that this is with the quest I got left, they all handed in here at Crossroads, so there's no reason to go to Ratchet first. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do a Ikeyaki first actually. I seem to recall that these harpies, I need some rings from them, and they do actually have a fairly low drop rate, probably like, I don't know, well, low and low, maybe like 25% or something like that, so I probably have to kill quite a few harpies. Fortunately for me, as I'd like to get the reputation for the quests before I reach level 22, is that they are low level, so I won't get much experience even though I have rested experience. And the rested experience here, if you log out you get it. I think you get it faster if you log out in an inn. So as if you've seen some of my videos before, I'm not that keen on rested experience, so I usually log out anywhere but in I log out in a safe spot so I won't get attacked immediately when I log in, but besides that I usually don't log in because I'd like to avoid the rested experience. It doesn't really fit my way of playing, as I'd like to get as much, like I say, I weigh reputation over experience really. I think experience is easy to get, reputation will be extremely hard to get in the end. It'll be hard. If you're loaded with gold, you can maybe buy your way to it by handing in a rune cloth, but still you need like insane amounts. We are talking way over 10,000 pieces of rune cloth, something like that, for each faction, really. Each of the horde factions, anyway. Whether it will be some kind of hand-ins. At the moment, I can hand in wool. I can show you the quest in each major capital. I'll just go to Algramar. Down here by the tailor trainer, you can start out, I think, from maybe level 1, but might be level 10. You can hand in 60 pieces of wool cloth and get, I think, 150 reputation and 600 experience. No matter your level. If you're level 10 or level 60, it doesn't matter. After that, I think maybe at level 20, you'll be offered to hand in at the same guy, and that will give you 150 Orgrimmar reputation, not horde. So you just get it for Orgrimmar, but you can do it in all the main capitals. There's one little thing about it. As Darkspear trolls don't really have a capital, you can also hand in for Darkspear trolls here. But otherwise, it's say in there's a tailor trainer there. In Thunderbluff, it's the same. You can hand it in there. And now that I'm at it, in Undercity, in the Magic Quarter here. So each of these quests will net 600 experience and 150 reputation with that faction where you hand it in that city. I mean. Anyway, Ikeyaki is going down here. So some white lion will appear. There we go. Blood. There we go. And talking about faction, these small fury paws, they are used for, or the only thing you can really use it for is 5 of these you can hand in at the Darkmoon Fair. It's sort of a circus faction that's traveling around in the main cities. I don't know where it is at the. Yeah, it's down here at the moment. Looks like, or maybe it'll come down here next. It says here. It'll start in 15 days in the area of Stormwind. If you are pretty high level, you can actually sort of attend the circus without being attacked by the guards. But I wouldn't go there as a level 21 if there's some kind of, I don't know, 50 guard wandering around. They might have, a pretty crazy sort of aggro range. Anyway, running back to Crossroads. I'm just gonna hand in Ikeyaki here and I'll just remove the quest item. And then after I've handed in Ikeyaki, I'll probably get some other hunting quests. It's fine. I'm gonna continue with my level 16 quests. And while I run up to get, I can do, I have 2 level 16 quests left at the moment, and one of them is done here. I can do it in any of the oases, really. I gotta kill some turtles. So the plan is to hand in this quest, run in up here on the mountain, get the Wailing Caverns quest, kill the turtles, and then run up here and kill the harpies in order to get the ring. And then I can probably use my hearth there. That would be the most efficient way to complete these quests. Time efficient anyway. Not that busy this morning. Or maybe I'm layered after all. Alright. So, yeah, level 17, fine, I'll pick it up. And I think I just reached, no, maybe not. I thought I might got sort of a reputation boost here, that I actually reached honored or something, but I did that. Anyway, never mind. Um, I thought I reached honored with, not never mind, I guess. I thought I reached honored or something like that with Orgrimmar, but I already was. It was just like, you know, it was sort of screen was a little. There was a little flash sort of um, when I got the reputation for handing in this quest. So I thought I sort of, what would you say, maybe got from say friendly to honored or something like that, with one of the faction, but it doesn't look like it. Doesn't matter, but I think I'm doing pretty well with honor here already, considering I'm level 21 and I'm already honored with 2 factions and close to honored with 2 more. Let's see. So the quests here, they are pretty much, most of them are on the mountain top here. I hope I can get up of this ridge. I might not. Yeah, I can. There is a quest NPC on top where you the last boss have a 100% drop chance on item that starts. Actually, some very nice. Well, the reward for that quest will be some very nice shoulders, especially for caster. 3 stamina, 6 intellect shoulders. That's pretty heavy, or massive upgrade when you don't even have any shoulders. It's this NPC, by the way, but she doesn't have any quest now. You have to sort of get the quest first. So all these quests, as you can see here, except the glowing shard. The glowing shard drops from that final boss, is some giant murloc. But the other quests can be picked up here by a bunch of NPCs inside this sort of rocky formation here. So usually I'll jump down here, and it's maybe a bit hard to see from there, but it pretty much looks like a skull, as you can see, with 2 eyes. That's how I look at it anyway. So you don't need to jump here, you can just, from standing on this ledge here, between the eyes, you can just run. And bingo, NPCs in here. So these are dungeon quests, as you can see, 21D, meaning 21 dungeon. Yeah, and that's about it, I think. As I said, the last I can see the glowing shard. I can't really pick it up. It's from the final boss inside the dungeon, so I'll have to do that with a group. Oh, by the way, I think I'll do the turtles now that I'm here. There is 2 mobs I gotta take care of here in this particular oasis. There's a guy called, I think, Varrock the Dervish or something like that. He's part of a chain quest. He has 2 ads, so he can be a little annoying if you are. It's a coal car like these, and he's sort of circling around the lake here. And then inside the basin here, the water, there can be a pretty big elite that has some nasty dots that really hurts. So I gotta keep my distance from that guy. I think it's 20 elite maybe. And it looks like he's not there at the moment. He's called Gesharan or something. He usually sort of patrols back and forth here. He's a semi-rare, I'd say. Yes, I can imagine he has a respawn time of maybe like 2 hours. Like that. So it's not one of the really rares like, say, yeah, some of them I think up to several days. Some of the mobs, say the really rare mobs. So I'm just gonna go down here and get a little air. Then keep my eyes out for that guy so he won't sort of respawn right on top of me. Yeah, I probably have to go up here to get a drink. So the Wailing Caverns quest, I'm just gonna minimize them for now. Oh, it's actually a chest down here. Probably from the wagon, I guess. I think better chests are sort of the lowest tier of these chests you can find. Oh. Did actually net me a recipe. Check out if my rogue got it. But he probably does. Nothing special about it really except the color of whatever. I think it's a chest piece or something like that. Yeah. Alright, so final one here. There we go. So I got, let's see, 4,000 experience left. That's not a lot. So I think I'm actually gonna go hand in this quest because at least I'll get experience for that. No, well I'll get experience of course, but at least I'll get reputation for it. Before I reach level 22. I think the amount of XP that I needed in order to complete these level 16s would have been fine. The problem is that with the rested experience, it's just like it almost goes too fast. And I know 99% of the player base will think I'm pretty insane because for them it's mainly a goal of getting as much experience as fast as possible. But like I said, I don't feel that way. Anyway, I think I'm gonna send this to my rogue. Might as well clean out my bags now that I'm heading up here to Crossroads again. And you could say why not just use your Hearthstone, because I'd like to use it after I'm done up here. I'll sort of save a longer distance. In the Undead Zone, by the way, I got the lowest quest I got there is level 18, and that is the infamous quest that got David and I killed back then. So I have a sort of a natural, you could say, respect for this quest. It is pretty tough, I think, due to several factors. There's a lot of mobs, including sort of crisscrossing patrols, and it's in a confined space, so you can't just run away. Further, one of my major kiting abilities, Roots, I can't use it indoors, as you can see in the text here to the spell. Um, yeah, but I'll take it when I get there. Anyway, I'm gonna hand in the turtle quest here and probably get a new one that has something to do about Wailing Caverns. Yeah, there we go. So I have to talk to some of the guys here um, in Thunderbluff, and one of them, quite interesting, is actually level 15. And that's a little bit odd. I mean, you complete a level 16 quest, but get a level 15 in return. Alright, so yeah, you know what? This is the quest I was sort of looking for. Speak with blah 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 blah. Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go for the level 16 quest in um, where I have to go talk to this guy. I might as well complete this with full reputation gains. That was sort of what I was thinking about before. Um, it's not the only place where sort of a level 16 quest turns into a level 15, something like that. I've seen it. I think there's one in Desolus, from what I can recall, where you maybe complete a level 35 and then you get a level 32 quest or something like pretty much lower quest. But yeah, that's how the game is built. It just seems odd that you complete a quest and then get a continuation quest that are lower than the one you completed. But that's how it is. Let me see, my rogue can get this, and I think I can do that. So go talk to what was this Habial Rune Totem. Um, that won't give me. It's a go talk to. He's up here on the where the on where the druids are on the what's it called? I think it's Elder Rise, something like that. It's oh yeah, by the way, and I can pick up this now that I'm in Thunderbluff. It's a quest for Wailing Caverns as well, where I have to pick up some flowers. Now that I'm in the process of collecting the Wailing Caverns quest anyway. And talking about Wailing Caverns, something is looking for group for Wailing Caverns, is what this mean down here. Looking for LFG BC. I can imagine for new players how completely rubbish a lot of this must sound. What people write, or mysterious, you could say. So, some druid got killed, I think due to his name, by a Venture Co mercenary. I think it's the. I'm just gonna show you where. I think it's up here. That'd be my guess. It's a level 18 quest up there, and there are some venture codes up there. I think you have to pick up. It's where you have to pick up. I think some. You have to kill some mini boss up there, and the problem with that spot is pretty much the same as in the keep where David and I got killed. Is that sometimes you get aggro through the walls or above you or below you or something like that, and all of a sudden you're in a massive fight with maybe 3, 4, 5 mobs that you did not expect. Anyway, the quest giver for Wailing Caverns is here. I don't remember the exact number of quests that are in Wailing Caverns, but I'm getting there slowly to get them all picked up, I mean. And I wouldn't do a dungeon if I didn't have all the quests to start with. The only reason I would maybe consider doing a quest without having all the quests is if I know that I have to get back there anyway to complete another quest that I can't sort of pick up at the moment. I don't remember, just a second. There is one of these sort of, let's see. There's one of these quests like that in, I think it's here. I forgot the dungeon name actually, but it's in the Badlands. It's a level, I think around level 40 dungeon, maybe 45. It's a quest. No, it's a dungeon that you usually do after Scarlet Monastery Cathedral. So after you have sort of completed Scarlet Monastery. It's in Badlands and it starts with a M, but I completely forgot the dungeon name. But there is a quest in there where I think you have to enter that dungeon 2 or 3 times in order to complete a chain. Because you have to go back and talk to an NPC in Orgrimmar in order to sort of get the continuation for that quest. If you want to complete it, that is. I still have it, the final part of that quest on both of my 50 plus, my warrior and my priest. I just haven't got it done. It feels a little annoying to do a pretty long dungeon just to sort of get one quest completed, but I'm probably gonna do it at some point. Anyway, into the big druid tent here on the Elder Rise. And Archdruid Hamuel Runetotem standing right here. How you doing? So I have to speak with Nara, and she gives a really like the reward quest for Wailing Caverns. Look at this beauty. It can be obtained by completing the last boss in Wailing Caverns. Oh, it's actually a full completion of the dungeon. I'm just gonna look if I forgot to pick up some spells, but I didn't. Now that I'm here. So I'm gonna minimize Wailing Caverns for now. And then it's off to kill some Harpy Lieutenants. The level 15 Mura Rune Totem quest is not gonna happen while I'm level 21. And yeah, I'm trying to be as focused as possible when I'm running over these bridges here. Especially here in the weekend when there's a lot of players online, you'll see quite a bit of people dropping down here. And sort of realizing the earth is, it hits pretty hard. So, yeah, back to do the Harpy Lieutenants. Crossroads, here we go. But the level 15 quest I got here is, go speak to Mura Rune Totem and the Sepulture. I think it's, go look, you can get some quests over here. Build looks interesting, but yeah, it's not. I got a leather with nice 40 armor. Sure, intellect is my prime stat really. Some would probably argue that spirit is, but I don't think it's it's not a better item, even though it has one extra intellect, as this after all gives way better armor and 2 stamina. The belt I got when I sort of it was a reward besides obtaining the aquatic form. Yeah, and I've got to clean out my stuff here. By killing all the harpies that I have to do now, or that I wanna do now, I'm probably gonna get a lot more of this, so there's no reason actually to to send this for an alt I got. So what I do with a recipe like this, like I said, is I send it to my leather worker. My rogue is my leather worker, so my leather worker get all the possible sort of recipes I can get to. Or had it been an enchanting recipe, I would send it to my. I actually have 3 enchanters at the moment. My mage that is level I think like 37, and my priest that's level 54 I think. And then I have a level 10 warlock, maybe level 11. That yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm not gonna play the warlock anytime soon. But the thing is, I wanted to all my casters to be tailors. You can make something called mooncloth at pretty high level. That's used for crafting sort of high-end craftables, and it just goes so well. Tailoring with enchanting, because I can disenchant a lot of stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, I found my priest find this really nice bag. I might as well equip it right away. It's a 14 slot instead of the 12 that I got now. Just gonna send this to one of my other guys. There we go. So I'm gonna buff the boys here. Massive buff fest here. High mana, buy mana. So it doesn't matter much because um, I can regenerate a lot of mana on my way up here to get the harpies anyway. So now that I'm running on the road, and this is sort of fairly low level mob area, as you can see here, level 11. No danger really. I'm just gonna scout the map here for what else I got quest-wise. 18 here. 18 down here. Couple of 18s down here. So it looks like it's mainly 18. And then there's 17 and 18 dungeon quests. I can most likely solo those. It's because even though it's dungeon quests, some of them can usually be done sort of outside of the instance itself. I mean, when you go inside an instance, there's always sort of a portal, so you enter a new area. But very often there are quests sort of outside the portal, but sort of close to the dungeon area, you could say. Usually that area is sort of swarmed with elites as well. But I mean elite mobs. But they are maybe not quite as high level as the mobs inside the portal, you could say, the dungeon portal. But it's very common that there's quests sort of out. Some of the dungeon quests can actually be completed outside the dungeon. Is how I should probably say it. Yeah, I'm just gonna use some of my buffs here. I got so many of them anyway. And all these flowers, that's a good thing about having leveled my herbalism and my alchemy as far as I have, is that I don't need any of these sort of semi-low level flowers. As you can see, what I need is, I'd say these flowers are picked sort of in level 30 plus areas. So I'll be pretty lucky to find one of those at these areas sort of. Anyway, the mobs we're looking for here, it's not all mobs here that can drop the items that I want. I have to sort of go deeper here in order to actually get the lieutenants. Now we're getting somewhere. So there's one of them there. They have to be, well, some of them are level 16. Some of them are higher, maybe 18 I can imagine. And I got pretty lucky with one first drop here. Oh yeah, and by the way, my priest found this, I think actually both of them from fishing in sort of high level fishing areas. And it's not one of the mobs that I want. Here's one more. There are a bunch of stealthers here, of these harpies that's patrolling around just to make the area interesting, you could say. So it may be wise not to sort of completely exhaust my mana pool. So the guy that got killed, I think it's in Stonetailor Mountains. I'll show you in a second. Just gonna stand up here, making a little tradition of trying to show where people got killed. I think in this area here it's sort of a level 20 plus, and there at least there are a lot of these sort of Vegeco workers, and it's mainly sort of assessed due to players' level. What I'm doing here with this mob is trying to pull her a bit away from the others, so when she runs like now, there's a little chance that she's gonna run to the other mobs, just to make it as easy for myself as possible. And this one I'm pulling just with an instant pull, because I just had the chance, you know, without getting these. There are there's a level 18 mob there among others. So it started out good with a drop, but I knew the drop rate was pretty crappy with these wings. Patience for the win. And we got a second one. And it feels sort of better to, I mean, do the mobs like this, where I do a little melee as well, instead of sort of exhausting my mana pool constantly and then drink. I think the pace is probably like the same of the killing. I mean, my mana pool is not that great. It's okay. It's pretty good for my level, I guess, but it gets exhausted rather quickly. Decent boots for some, I don't know, lucky player that I'm gonna hand it into at the crossroads. It's the gift of giving, guys. It's really nice. I mean, people get so happy if you inspect them first, so they can actually use the item if it's an upgrade to them. So what I do is usually inspect, these boots have really nice stats, 2 agility, 2 stamina. For level 13, say Rogue or Hunter or maybe even an enhancement chamois, it's, you know, it means the world. But like I said, I usually inspect the player first. He could have a better item, and it feels rather annoying if someone's trying to give you, a gift where you have better equipped already. It's like getting a homemade sweater or something like that for Christmas. The gift that you never need. Not to disrespect the knitting or anything, but I guess you know what I mean. It's the thought that counts, you could say. But yeah, the gift is better if you can actually use it. There we go, and 1 ring to go. So I'm gonna go up on this hilltop. I have a nice overview, and I can't sort of get aggro from those stealth mobs. Except if this mob runs away. But they patrol here, that's for sure, the stealthers. And I think the worst thing you can do is panic and start running away, because you risk sort of aggroing one more of the stealthers, and all of a sudden you have 3 mobs instead of 1. And bingo, quest completed. So I'm just gonna go up here. Should be a pretty safe hearth. I'm pretty sure, by the way, the deviate height quest here doesn't net me any reputation. So this one can be done as level 23. Let's see, we head in up here. It's the guy standing up there in the tower. And that should net me a level, I'm pretty sure. So it's gonna cost on reputation. As you see, I should have gotten like 100 reputation, but as the mechanics is that at first I get my level, then I'll be level 22. The quest I'm about to complete is 16. That means I'm 6 levels, character levels above the quest level. That means I'll get a reduction of 20% if there's any reputation involved, but I'm pretty sure there is. So I'll most likely get 80 reputation. See, that's exactly what happened. So I got my level and all my stats and stuff, and then afterwards it sort of figures out how much reputation I get. So he offers level 20. I won't take it right now because I got so many sort of quests below. So level 23 just got killed by Swiftmane. Swiftmane is an elite zebra. It runs around here in circles. I think a lot of people think, oh, it's a zebra, it's easy kill, but it's not. It actually hurts like hell. I have engaged it before. Crap. Vest is useful, I'd say. Alright, so talent point. I think last time I went up without sort of showing, you could say. I'm using Nature's Reach, meaning that I can my spells I can engage from afar, 20% further afar. And the next two, I'd like to get down here so that I have increased the critical damage bonus from my main, well, all my damaging casting spells, by the way. Tauren Warrior, unfortunately I haven't got anything for him except a buff. He could use the boot. No, actually he can't because this guy was self-found. So let's see. Quests 18, 17 and 18 is what I'm looking for. So there's a stolen silver, it's this guy. And that's pretty much what's here in Crossroads. I'm just gonna fly down to Fly Guys up here. Warrior, well I can buff him as well. But yeah, about the boots, I'm looking for around level 13, maybe a little higher, doesn't matter. But I prefer giving these boots to a class that sort of wears leather. That means druid, rogue, hunter, shaman. And the problem is, if it's a druid, I can't be sure if it's a caster, if it's a druid or shami. I don't know if it's a caster or a sort of melee. So the safe thing would be to give these to a rogue or a hunter. So I'm gonna save it for that. I like one thing I really like about the hardcore server is that I think most people I haven't met any toxic people yet really. Sure, some can be a little annoying, but you know, compared to what I hear and see on many of the other sort of what do you call it? Well, retail, etc. There's a lot of toxicity and season of discovery, all these sort of variants involved. Maybe, I don't know, it's a bit more mature audience here. I don't know for sure, of course, but that's just an idea I got. So let's see, this guy got, yeah, raptor horns. Besides being a level 18 quest, it's sort of a part of Wailing Caverns quest. Sending it. Oh, that's actually nothing I want to solve here. So, where to start? It's actually just gonna track all my level 18 quests here. Well, this is 19, but besides that, there we go. I think the only 18 quest that, oh, there's actually one here. It's a Wailing Caverns quest on top actually. It's this guy down here. Forgot about you. The guy that just got killed by a Void Walker was killed up here, I think in Skull Rock up there. There's a lot of mobs with Void Walkers and it sort of fits with this level. Skull Rock is famous, you could say, for killing a lot of new players. People get quite surprised about how fast the mobs there respawn, etc. So, yeah, lots of stuff to do here really. I think I'm gonna start out with the raptors here. I'd like to complete the level 15 quest, but it's done in Silver Pine Forest on the other continent, so I'm not gonna track that right now. Just gonna double check one last time that I got all the 18s. And I think I do, besides this one, Avenge My Village. It's on sort of on the way into Stone Tiller Mountains up here. Yeah. So, raptors it is. And they are kind of spread all over, but as far as I recall, on this sort of mountaintop up here to my left, there's usually quite a few of them. About the raptors, they seem to, at least those, I think they're called sun scale raptors, but that's most of the raptors here in the Barrens. They seem to sort of call for help when they are low on health, meaning that if there are any raptors fairly close by, and I mean further off that you would get aggro from them normally, they will attack you most likely. And I don't mind their graves, it's fine. As little less experience I get from beating my quests better. But you'll probably see when this guy gets low, that says down here something that it will call for help or something. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. So, as you can see, when it's low on health, it will start screaming, and if there had been any raptors close by, they would other raptors could sort of come to its help, come to its rescue. The feathers I need for a quest down. I think it's down here somewhere. and I need 3 total. Oh yeah, and by the way, I completely forgot. I actually have goodies here now that I got level up. So massive upgrade belt here, 2 stamina, 2 intellect. I now get 9 intellect for spirit. Yes, please. This is junk now, and I got new sort of better mana potions. I use those right away as well. There we go. So I'm just gonna could give them to someone, but it's not sort of gifts I want to give. Potions, you never know. I prefer giving items if I give sort of gifts. So the next item I can equip will be the cape here. Oh, and there's actually a blue sweet. I might use that for some potions, so I will pick it up. And that was the final feather. I think I'm just gonna go down this way. I think down by this sort of raptor nest there should be, let me see. It's here. There should be some of the others. Oh, okay, sorry bro, I didn't see you. Oh, and another mob here. So, I'm in the Barrens zoo, you could say. I don't need this mob, so I'm not gonna bother killing it really. But up here by the raptor nest, there's a lot of raptors that I need to kill anyway. I think they're around level 18 maybe. They have the exact same skin like the raptors I just killed, but they are sort of other raptors, I think, say higher tier of them. And I should be looking out for the Alliance police patrol. It's the sort of the yellow line here, and if you look carefully you can see it sort of crosses around in this area. Not close by, but close by, maybe not precisely on top of where I am, but close enough, you could say close enough that I should sort of keep it in mind. Let me put it that way. So the raptor nest should be up here, including some of the raptors that I'd like to grind in order to get some drops from them. So these are the raptor nests. You can see these sort of thingies here with light, and in order to activate them I have to use the feathers that I just grinded. From the other raptors, these. Yeah, I'll start with this. Someone just killed all the raptors here, I think, and it's okay. I can find some elsewhere. Oh, that's actually the cooldown, I guess. Yeah, okay, on these feathers. There we go. That will be this quest completed. Fine. So now I'm off with these raptors that are sort of around level 18, I think. For 2 reasons. I need 5 what was it, raptor horns that has fairly low drop rate. Probably like the rings from the harpies, like, I don't know, 25%, let's put it like that. And then there's a major nest down here somewhere. I didn't see what the guy got killed off, by the way, in case I had to comment on it. So this guy, even though it's only 16, still have a drop chance of those horns. So they're called sky claws, sun scale sky claws. The mob. But there's a major nest down here behind me, and just gonna go up a little higher. I've got a little paranoia over that Alliance police patrol, the 4 elites, the 4 horsemen, you could say, of death to low-B hordes that are unaware of their presence. By the way, about these, it's just I don't know why I remember that, but I saw some documentary at some time with, about dinosaurs and stuff. After the dinosaurs died out, they're pretty sure that sort of these sort of massive terror birds, you could call them, sort of took over the Earth. I'm just reminded about that now because I see them a lot. And what killed these sort of birds was the small mammals, because the birds sort of couldn't keep the mammals away from their eggs. This is some interesting fact really about evolution, really. Anyway, I got a raptor horn here. And the mage royale, I don't need those flowers. So, quest item, and yeah. So I'd like to come as for Wailing Caverns at some point. Yeah, maybe even as a healer for the first time ever in a dungeon. But not right now. I'd like to collect all the quests first. And the second horn here. So, like I said, there is, I think it's just around the corner here. I think there's there's this sort of raptor city, almost you could call it, raptor hub. And in the end down there, there is a chest with the stolen silver. So it's sort of, you can do 2 quests at the same time here. The raptor horns and the stolen silver. This is a double pull. Yeah, sure, I could probably manage, no problem, but yeah, I think I will actually. They're pretty low level. So in order not to make it a triple pull, I just pulled away from this guy. Switch behind me. So it actually did become a triple pull, you could say. Oh. Just gonna reroute this guy, so I get my hit points back to full. And then make a little distance to him. Running out of mana, but should be alright. Don't want to get one more pull though. There we go. So I definitely need some mana back here. There we go. So junk. I'm gonna go for the silver mainly now. It's in the box at the sort of the end of the area here. I can always do the sort of the killing. And I could hope that this is a single pull. I'm not entirely sure. I should be able to. The thing is, the chest is down there somewhere. I'm pretty sure I can do this solo. And if not, well, I have to root one of them and sort of grind two. So I'm gonna pull it up here as high as possible, so when it starts screaming, the other won't sort of come. If it screams, I don't know. So here I'm gonna root one and then attack the other. Yeah, and resist is something once you take into consideration, of course. One more root. Gonna make some distance, and then I'm just gonna use as many wrath as I can get in before it gets the closest distance. There we go. The good thing about standing up here is that well, let's find the chest first. Is that I can't really get surprised by any other raptors here. But this can be a tough quest if you don't know what you're sort of getting yourself into. That it can become a sort of a massive pool scenario. So next thing I could go for is Verok the Dervish. I think he's in the neighborhood. And by the way, since I've cleared out all these raptor quests, all of a sudden the map looks nice and tidy. I think so. I guess I'm in high course or high demand. I mean, as a healer, probably. I'm just gonna stand up here in order to see Verok the Dervish. Where is this guy? I actually forgot. So, you know what? I actually have to read the quest, I guess. What does it say? Stagnant Oasis, and Stagnant Oasis is actually down here, but I guess Questy doesn't show. I don't know why, actually. Oh, I think I know why, by the way. It's because down here at Stagnant Oasis... Oh, I know why now. It's because I have a an add-on that shows me where rare mobs are. And the add-on will... it sort of hides the quest objectives sometimes, and that's what happened, because Verok the Dervish is up here. I remember now, I have to kill quite a few of these Kolkars, and then eventually he will spawn, I think. If I'm lucky, someone else has just been grinding the Kolkars here, and then he has already spawned. So that's what I'm gonna look for first. Oh. Yeah, that'd be a nice pack running into, if you're low on mana, for sure. So they've sort of, the developers of the game have sort of stepped up the difficulty level of just running around in the local habitat, you could say, by adding a lot of these patrols that are sort of running around crisscross all over the map. But Verok the Dervish, he spawns up here if you kill... It's a little random, I think, some of these Kolkars. If I'm lucky, he's already up there. No, he's not. But you know, I could start killing some of these guys, and I prefer to take the ones that actually just give me an experience. Lightning hide, I don't know, it seems like it's some kind of rare mob or something. I'm not sure where that is. I think when I've killed enough of these guys, there'll be some kind of yell, and then Varrock will spawn. Just gonna take this mob as well, because it doesn't net me any experience. Doesn't matter what kind of call cards I kill, as long as I kill some. Oh. I'm just gonna heal myself here. They hurt a little more than I actually expected. There we go. So, yeah, he haven't spawned yet. And like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a level 13 or a level 17 Kolkar, they will all sort of count versus getting Varrock down. You just have to do it sort of in the proximity of his tent, which this I'm sure still is. The only downside of this is if some guy comes by and actually snatches the kill, you could say, because he has the same quest. But that's the risk, you could say. Just gonna double check he's not haven't spawned, but I'm pretty sure he haven't. Nope. And time for a little mana. So I can look in these tents over here, but I can imagine in 2-3 kills or something like that, I'll see the yell where Varrock the Dervish says, "Who is killing my buddies?" or something like that. What we have here, 16 as well. Here's a not so 16, let's get him. Blackened Basilisk, I don't know where that is. So, still no luck, I think. I might even have to start killing some of the 16 mobs. Just gonna get these two first, if I can. Maybe I should try and pull these a little closer to the tent, but I don't think it's necessary actually. Just gonna rebuff my food here. As there's only like 2 minutes left, I don't want to lose those 60 hit points. It gives me 6 stamina, but I don't want to lose those 60 hit points in the middle of a sort of tough fight, you could say. I think I don't know, I'm gonna do a few of the level 16s in order to hopefully get him to commit. Varrock. What I'm trying to do now is sort of killing the mobs a little closer to his tent. So this guy is doing the same quest, and I've seen it before. It's really annoying when you sort of get the mob to commit, and then someone else sort of snatches the kill. So it's better to just, you know, invite him. Just gonna go group chat. And like I said, it feels pretty random when he actually spawns. Sometimes you have to do like 1 kill, and sometimes you have to do, I don't know, 20 plus. But it will definitely pay off to be in a group. So both of us don't have to sort of do the same, you could say. One of us will have to do it all over again. That'd be pretty sucky, really. I can't get to that mob, probably. Now he's running away. Oh, and there was a 43, it'll pop up here in a second, that died in by Somnus. Somnus is a dragonkin, maybe, I don't know, 50, something like that. I think David died on his hunter by that mob as well. If you don't pay attention, or if you play without sound, you might not hear him, and you know, he's yeah. If he gets close to you, you're not gonna get away from him if you are not let's say below, some levels below, as he's a pretty powerful elite. Um, and like I said, I'm just bringing the mobs closer here. Yeah, okay. He's up now. Say here he says Varrock up. So there he is. Just gonna wait for my body here, but not too long. So there we go. That was Dervish, the the wanna be a big boss Kolkar, I guess. And if you don't understand the quest, it can be quite annoying because you just feel like where is he, and you're maybe waiting for him to spawn, but you have to kill some Kolkars in order to make him spawn. Around, and I think it has to be in sort of some proximity to his tent, but maybe not quite on top of it though. So this it's a decent sword, I guess. Maybe even for a hunter. I'm just gonna do a little inspection when I get back to Crossroads. Right, so there was some, I think, 18 follow-up, yeah. So I'm just gonna repair and sell all this, some of the stuff I got here. Just gonna inspect this guy, but he probably has better. Not by much though. Oh. So I'm just gonna fly down to Camp T. There was a quest there, a follow-up. The quest I got here is from the NPC that gives a lot of the hunting sort of quests where you have to hunt these mobs and then those mobs, etc., etc. Her final quest, I think, is to address a guy here that that sort of has higher hunting quest, and even this guy, even though it's a level 30 quest, it's a go talk to guy in Thunderbluff, so I'm just gonna pick it up as well. He got sort of hunter-like quest as well, or kill quests I also call them. I think I might actually go hand in this quest in Thunderbluff right away. Even though it's a level 30 quest, it won't give me much experience. And while I'm there, I can sort of hand in the blue sweet here in my bank. If I'm lucky, I can find some lucky. If some new guy is lucky, I'll find him and he can get us some boots, and maybe even this could be nice for a hunter as a weapon. They have to train it 200 swords in Undercity. It is, I think, for 200 swords. So Mela is on the Hunter Rise. That's down here. So you got the Hunter Rise, and then you got, I don't know what kind of rise this is. This is the main one, sort of. So the Hunter Rise, the Elder Rise, and the Spirit Rise. There's not much business up here in the Spirit Rise, I think, unless you're a shaman. They got, I think, shaman trainers, stuff like that. And I haven't really. Chamois is definitely the class I've played the least, so I don't really know much about them except what they can sort of. I've been surprised to find out that they can actually tank the lower level dungeons quite well, actually. Maybe up to like level 40 or something like that. And that probably has to do with the fact that they can't wear plate, so from level 40 warriors can wear plate and they sort of become the main tank. Druid can probably tank as well, they're supposed to, but I don't know how well they do it. I'm definitely no tank or healing expert, so I couldn't say how well druids tank late game. I don't see many of them, usually it's warrior, so I suppose warrior is by far the best tank. Anyway, I'm gonna go hand in the Melason's word quest, and he offers a new quest that is probably like level 30 or something like that, where you actually have to kill a level 30 mob, and I'm definitely not gonna do that. There's Mel. Yeah, so he offers a 30 kill quest, I just reached level 22, and every second level there are new spells. So since I'm in Thunderbluff, it'd be smart to learn my new spells. So off to the Elder Rise. And we take the first available druid trainers. As you can see, there's quite a few here actually. So Moonfire, Soothe Animal. I don't think it's... Oh, and a new Bath, that'd be nice. Just gonna start out those three. Be balanced. So new Moonfire, additional damage. Thank you very much. But most of all, new Bath, my main sort of damage spell. So 63 to 73. It's quite a bit extra. Very nice. And we got the Soothe Animal. Yeah, I don't feel like I'm gonna use that a lot, if at all. I'll learn it, but that's it. So Feral Combat, we got Shred. Oh, and Rejuvenation. Very, very nice. Really good spells I got here. So, Rejuvenation level 4, 180 instead of 116. Of course, naturally it'll cost more mana, but still. And Shred, I think it's cat form. Yeah, shred the target causing blah blah blah. Must be behind. Okay, so it's a like stealth spell, you could say, or ability. I guess I'm supposed to run up behind the target and then shred it. It's like sort of backstab, I guess. Alright. I'm not gonna be the big cat druid expert here, but it could be nice in if I'm a little pressured to be able to use stealth and maybe even do some DPS in that form. So I got 2 quests I can hand in. Raptor Horns in Ratchet, and then Varrock the Dervish in... it's a bit outside of Crossroads. I think I'll take it from there then. Like I said, the Deviate Hides, you get the quest from some Night Elf and she doesn't give you any reputation, so I pretty much don't care if this quest turns grey. The Serpent Bloom I can solo, and it will give me reputation, but I can wait with doing it until I'm level 23, and I'm 22 at the moment. Just couldn't see because I'm resting while I'm in town, showing as if I was asleep, I guess. So let's see, yeah, Ratchet first. And even though I'd like to give, you could say, presents, then this made me sort of think that I actually have I might have a hunter project eventually. It's not one of my main classes, you could say. I probably prefer caster, but I've been very positively impressed with both warrior and rogue too. But thing is, when I find some decent blues or greens that doesn't make me a huge profit on the auction house, then I will probably prefer keeping them instead of handing them out as presents, in order to sort of have a baseline, you could say, for item wise for a new character, a new alt. And I might just keep these 2 items here for maybe a hunter project at some point. It's not like I plan doing a hunter right away because I got so many alts at the moment anyway. So maybe there won't be any presents anyway for some random new guy. So, like I said, I'm gonna hand in the raptor horns, and so far there aren't any follow-ups here around level 18. Looks like the next quest are 20. And then I'm gonna hand in my single flower here in the bank. Oh, actually I got no business here. For some reason I thought I had to hand in the quest here, but I do not. It's down there. The guy where you hand in this quest got some kind of funny quests, like all over in various, in at least 2 dungeons, not just Wailing Caverns, but another one later on as well. So let me see, 4 silver, 440, yeah, I'll take this one. Oh, actually get both. So, Smart Drinks is the quest for, it's the follow-up to the Raptor Horns, and it's done in Wailing Caverns, so it's one more of the Wailing Caverns quest. I'm just gonna sell some of this crap here that I just got. Yeah, I'm not gonna sacrifice 5 stamina for 4 intellect, so never mind that. Let's see, still at least level 20 quests, so like as you can see I got a lot of quests below level 20, that's enough to work with, so I don't need to pick up any level 20 quests at the moment. Back to Crossroads, and from Crossroads I'm gonna go talk to Varrock up here. And yeah, as I got so many level 18 quests, including in the Silverpine Forest, I should definitely continue sort of focusing on level 18 quests. There is, by the way, an escort quest up here that's level 18 as well, when I'm going up here to complete this level 18 quest. And then I think from at least level 23 I'm gonna start focusing to sort of join a Wailing Caverns group. I usually try and complete at least Deviate Heights and Serpent Bloom, which where I have to pick up some flowers. The other is a random drop of skins from mobs. You can probably get a regular skin as well. So I'm just gonna pretty much double check if I got all the quests for Wailing Caverns, but I'm pretty sure I'm getting there if I don't already have them. Another thing I could do is travel to Silverpoint Forest and then complete the Recipe for Death and the Hidden Niche. But to be honest, I'd prefer to be level 23 in order to complete this quest. I'll see to it. But it's in order sort of to hand in this level 15 as well before I get an additional level. And this guy will give a follow-up quest, by the way. I'm probably gonna pick it up, never mind what level it is actually. So we got Hesrul, where is he? It's a level 19 follow-up, not too bad. So from now I would say, yeah, let's see. Probably Cat's Eye Emerald, the last of the sort of regular 18 quests. It's done up here, and there's a escort quest as well that I can do combined. Then I'm pretty much done up in this area. That's what I'm gonna do, guys. But it's gonna be for a new episode. I think this was a fairly long episode, so I'm gonna call it a day. So as usual, guys, thanks for watching, and see you hopefully in the next episode. Take care, bye bye.